Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna, nourishing our souls and fostering growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Friday, March 21st, 2025, marks day 15 of the Lenten journey. The lectionary reading is from the Old Testament book of Psalm 63. David composed this poem during his early years while fleeing from King Saul, his resentful father-in-law, who was pursuing him. The poem begins with a search and a longing. Who is the poet searching for, and whom does he long for? The poet David is seeking God with all his being. I can't get enough of you, God. He longs for God and has developed a deep hunger and thirst for God. He has journeyed across the dry and weary desert to reach this place of rest, and his journey is rooted in the love and support he receives from his relationship with God. The pursuit of his enemies has led him to a place of worship where, with his eyes wide open, he gathers strength as he drinks in God's love. This moment is filled with rich memories that the poet and God shared together. The Judean desert is hot and dry with limited food and water. The poet is hungry and thirsty, yet his physical needs merely distract him from his spiritual longing. He discovers a refuge from the harsh desert beneath the shadow of God's wings. And in this sanctuary, he truly feels loved and secured from his enemies. His desire for God finds fulfillment in God's faithfulness and God's unwavering love. He knows that God's love is better than life itself, and nothing is better than God's loving kindness. The poet directs his lips to bless God while raising his hands in praise. Blessing and praising God tastes like rich food to the poet, leaving him satisfied that he could get ready for bed, knowing his hunger and longing had been fulfilled. As the poet lies in bed at night, he meditates on the taste of God's loving kindness and faithfulness. He sings songs of praise and thanksgiving because he knows God is his helper. He chooses to follow God closely, allowing God to take a hold of his hand and lead him. Let's take a moment to reflect on what the poet David expresses on day 15 of our Lenten journey. He ventured into the desert searching for a place to escape from the enemies pursuing him. And he found a sacred space in the desert to reflect on God's loving kindness and faithfulness. He urges us to consider the difficult times and places in our human experience and journey to the desert space of our hearts. When we feel overwhelmed by situations we cannot resolve, We can find safety under God's wings. And from that place, we can fast from concentrating on our troubles and on our trials, and we can choose to feast on God and His loving kindness. God will hold your hand and He will guide you through your difficulties. Are you searching for God? I trust your answer is yes. I am searching for you, God.